Alright, and we're back. So, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. We did the butcher and I explained all the hell stuff in the last video. We're gonna keep pumping them out. Alright, so the next Uber quest we're gonna do, I'm gonna do these a little bit out of order because some of them are actually easier. We're gonna be doing the Infernal Machine today. This actually used to be a thing in Omega Patch that you'd fight before you kill Bale. It used to still be an Uber, but it functioned the same way. But obviously it's taken out, and now we fight Lister. So this is a 105 Uber. It's labeled as very easy. By the way, these difficulty names are just yeah, we'll talk about it later. Infernal Machine 105, Infernal Cave Act 1, The Pit. One of the most wicked creation. That's already got a typo. Fucking A. One of the most wicked creations devised by the armorer Hephasto in the depths of the Hellforge. This guy needs to fucking get this website fixed. Hundreds of demonic souls from the high ranks of the burning hell's legions are fused with iron and trapped within the stone of this vicious contraption. These demons were previously aligned with Asmodean, the Lord of Sins, during his first attempt to seize power from the prime evils, and as punishment were turned under Baal's order into guard dogs chained by the soul of this device. Powerful runes were embedded in the mechanism allowing the wrathful souls to take material form and cast their anger on intruders of the century's domain. So the reward for this, I don't think it doesn't change, is the optical detector. By the way, charms have level requirements. I think I've mentioned this. They have to be unlocked at certain levels. This gives us tenacity, which I will probably put a point into when I level up. This gives us a +5 to summon minion resistances and Ellie Res +15. This is why I'm doing this, because we also get the passive reses and stuff. Because, trust me, I don't want to keep gemming stuff up. I want to put, jewel crafts into shit. So, there is a heroic version at 122, and it's not super bad, but alright, so we've already done Butcher, we're doing Infernal Machine, okay? This part sucks ass, but it's not too bad. It's actually pretty relatively easy Uber. You can get pretty overwhelmed if you have low DPS. It's a pretty good way of saying, I ain't ready for this shit. It'll probably put you in your place. It summons, I think, random elite monsters. I think there's a set bias it has towards them. But there's actually, so you've probably seen them in the game before. They're the like the Act 4 skeleton art, like the mages in like Act 4. I think they're called Oblivion Knights. They cast like Decrep and Vanilla D2 and Iron Maiden and older patches. There's gonna be like a wall of those guys, so you need some sort of teleport or movement skill. And you got to get around them. Otherwise, they're invulnerable, I believe. They don't die at all, or they have insanely high health, and I think they regen health really quickly. This is really easy for summoners of any flavor and really high DPS characters. The reward is also not mentioned on the documentation. You actually get Oils of Alchemy, which, this is also why I've been saving all these guys over here on my 10 page. Oil of Alchemy lets you re-roll set amulets, any set amulet in particular. But you can get some pretty good crafts. I've gotten a +4 all skill on one. I think they all have their own. We'll look at it when we get it. But alright, let's go do Infernal Machine. Or Infernal Contraption. They're two different things, I'm pretty sure. So it was the pit. We need to go to Outer Cloister, and we gotta go book our ass. By the way, if you're still new to this mod, I've already explained before, this also comes with its own version of map hack included, basically, for freezies, because, the developers were probably just like, you know what, fuck it, everyone just tries to do it anyways, and we ban people for it, let's just put it in there. Did I do it right? Is it the pit? Is it? Yes, it's the pit. Okay. This part can be pretty bad, so I want to make sure. Because there's the unseen in this dungeon, and they're really annoying. Yeah, it's on the bottom. Okay. Like I said, this is pretty easy to Uber, but it's still... It can get pretty hairy, especially if you're new to this mod, because it's also one of the first Uber quests that makes you go, oh, I actually need teleport. And it's not like, you know, oh, Seth's just pulling your leg and you need teleport and he's just being lazy and fat. No, you genuinely need teleport, because... or some sort of movement that gets you over that wall of dudes. We'll see it when we get in there. It's not very hard. But like I said, you can pretty much trivialize this one with ooh, I'll take those boots. Maybe we'll see. It's a pretty much like trivial for like any regular summoner, like Summon Necro. I think Barbarians have a summoning tree. Druid has a summoning tree. When I did this with my my Amazon, Bloodzon has fire elementals, which distract a lot of the shit, and it also has Spirit of Vengeance, which is really easy. See, this is why I like doing this idea, because a lot of people, they just, oh, look at that, Oil of Greater Luck, cool, I didn't even know that dropped in this dungeon, holy shit. We'll talk about that when we get out of here. I didn't know these guys did that! What the hell? I've never seen that. That's so cool. Maybe I have, and I'm just stupid. But, we should be fine. It's not a very challenging Uber, but it can really fuck you up if you're not careful. So, I don't think there's a level lockout timer on this quest. I don't remember. So, I'm gonna double check before we do it, though, because I think it's like a 30-second lockout. Is this Infernal Cave? Sure is. Is there a lockout? No. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I thought there was for some reason. Always double checking to make sure I'm actually recording. Alright, so let's go back and get some goodies before we do this.
The order welcomes you.
Having that shrine is actually really nice. I don't want this. So anyways, I'll look at this. So Oil of Greater Luck, we could actually sell this if you want to be stupid. The Oil of Luck has a chance... Oh, this is a different thing, my mistake. Extra bonus to any item, plus 40% chance instead of a 20% chance. And it's the same thing, but it's just a higher luck chance roll. So, I got that wrong. I think that's a universal drop in this patch. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. So, let's rebuff. Because I don't want to fucking have the buff wear off in this dungeon. It's really not a fun place. My mana regen. All this stuff I'm doing is going to seem so trivial in a while. Black Lotus Strike. I don't care. Alright, let's go do Infernal Machine. So, I've already explained the basics. Let's get into it. Yeah, it's these guys. Alright. Oh, god damn. So it's gonna keep doing that, by the way. It's gonna keep bumping off like that. The harder version is actually pretty hard. Oh yeah, we have plenty of life regen for this. I just gotta kill these dudes. Otherwise it's gonna be a real pain in the ass. Because they're gonna keep walking up to me and I don't want them to bump into me. Because I think they use the exact same premise. I know they reanimate, but I want to get them killed now. See, you see it spark like that. You'll see what it's doing. Watch. See, it's gonna do it. It procs off like that. That's how you know it's gonna do its AoE. I gotta pay a little bit of attention. I think I can stomach it. Yeah, there's also a health shrine in here, so that's really lucky. I think that's always there. By the way, Uber quests are always the same. They have the exact same layouts every time. I want to just... I don't need to get super ballsy here, I think. I'm just worried it's gonna one-shot me. There we go. So cool. Let's get the optical detector and our oils of lesser alchemy and get the fuck out of here. Cool. Alright, optical detector, where you at? Alright. So, +5 summon resistances, unlocks tenacity. Cool. And we can do the heroic version later. Ellie Res 15, that's really what I'm after with this quest. I don't like doing this one. Anyways, these are oils of lesser alchemy. There's lesser and greater. Allows you to craft amulets, oil plus set amulet, +1 to all skills every time. It can be higher. I don't know if it's, you know, but these are one of these random affixes that it can roll. So, I'm actually going to try that out while I'm here. Because I I don't want to signet those because they're so common. But, like, they make great signet fodder, but we'll see. +1 to all skills. You can't reroll like a rerolled amulet like this. You have to either get rid of it or give it to somebody. Not very good. Block speed, minus to lightning. This would be better. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good one. This is, I don't really have great block, but +17 all. This isn't terrible. It's not much better than this, but still. 38, yeah, that's not useful. The physical resist is nice, but okay, it actually is kind of good. I just wish it didn't have fucking 10% spell damage and spell focus, because that's really fucking good for if I was a Malice. So yeah, by the way, if you're playing as a Malice Necro, this would be fucking good. But we're not playing as a Malice Necro, are we? So let's see if this fucks up my stats too much, because I actually kind of want this. It's like slightly worse. It's ambiguously better because it does have... So if you haven't noticed, we use Carnage, which is 125% weapon damage, but confers 25% to physical, and has a 448. So innate fire damage, or innate elemental damage, is good for us. But it's also fire damage, and like to a small degree. You know, 25% still 25%. And having a reduction on enemy fire res. See, this is the mod's attempt of like immunities. It used to be enemies had a classic D2 immunities, but they don't anymore. So, you know, but they absorb it, so it's actually about the same. And having that absorption breaking is really good for late game Ubers, especially places like Fostonville and Vizgen, where your survivability is very dependent on your ability to break immunities. This isn't bad, it's just not good. Which is unfortunate, but we'll do it again, see how it goes. But also this gives us tenacity. This doesn't give you the skill, by the way. You still have to actually purchase it. But tenacity isn't bad. You can see it's a physical resistance 1% per base level. So it's actually pretty good for our character, especially because we're a high defense melee character. So that's not bad. I'll do it again, I guess. Some of these Ubers, you cannot pay me to do them twice. They're fucking awful. We're not doing like... Oh god, like the Vigeri dungeon that takes like 2 hours. Yeah, you really think I want to do that 3 times on camera? No, I'm good. When did I pick this up? Oh well. In greater luck, I guess we'll just put in the inventory for now. I don't know where else these drop. Skosglen is the only place I can think of. But we did pretty well in there. I mean, that thing does a shitload of fire damage if it isn't pretty obvious. Now I can actually buy fucking potions. I'm not broke as hell. Thank God. But, I mean, I'm still gonna be broke by the end of it, but still. Doesn't matter. You know you're in some deep shit when you can't afford pots in Diablo. Let's try that again. I'll maybe do 3 runs of that. Because it's good to see, like, the difference in between each time you've done it. And, I mean, sometimes you get really lucky. Sometimes you just don't on some of these Ubers. Like, you saw with the Butcher, I didn't even have, like, the fucking... What's it called? The buffs didn't even activate, so you didn't even get to see that aspect of it the first time. And sometimes even just getting the charm can drastically increase your character's... Actually, is that a fire shrine? It is. That's actually really fucking good. Because fire, I think, is what that thing casts. But you can see, a lot of people just assume that this mod, and some of it is really unbalanced, but they say, oh, all the fucking... the things just kill you instantly. Yeah, if you don't have the right stats for it, it'll fucking kill you in like a second. You need to have good res. This isn't just like... I've said it earlier, but, you know, it's not like in a... you can't really bolt through this dungeon. It's really kind of slow, because the unseen aggro on you, just like in regular Diablo 1. But, like, sometimes, like, all it takes is a few percentages, and that's all it takes. Like, just 2 or 3% is a massive difference in your immunity sometimes. It all depends, though. I mean, each character, your gear, your own preferred playstyle, your build. You know, there's a lot of factors, your skill setup, everything. Like, it's your own personal skill ceiling, I guess. Like, I played a lot of RuneScape and shit, so this stuff doesn't bother me. Some people it might. I mean, not everyone has played as many games like this as I have. So some people can be like, this is fucking impossible. And I get that. Like, there's definitely some Ubers in here where I just fucking shake my head and go, this is horse shit. We're gonna get to them. Alright, I don't want to be poisoned for this cocksuckery. I'd rather not. I just hate getting here, otherwise I don't mind the actual quest itself. Oh, whoa! Yes! Oh, that's fucking great. It sucks that it's 5. Fuck. Okay, that's really cool. I didn't even see I picked that up. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a +4. Fuck it. Never mind. It's a piece of garbage. I don't give a shit. I would... Okay, that's not true. We can't afford to be bitchy at this point in the game. We'll deal with this later. I wish it was sacred. If it was sacred, it'd be like 100 damage difference. It's pretty fucking big. Anyways. But, oh well. You know, it is what it is, right? So. Can I just... No. I was like, can I just tank this? And immediately, no. That's a bad idea. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work. Okay. I want to get the fucking death projector. I mean, Infernal Machine. Die, you piece of shit. Infernal Machine is a joke, by the way, when you get way higher damage. Can you just die already? That'd be nice. But it's, yeah, we can comfortably do Infernal Machine. We don't need the, Hexblade. Oh my god. Let me the fuck out of there. That's the most annoying part of that. I'm trying to read! Thanks. Okay. Let's do some more rolls. I doubt it's gonna be a good one. But you never know. This is why we have it. I might do that crafting on camera because I kind of want that for the next Uber quest. Poison spell. It's really bad. Innate Ellie. 1 to all skills. 26 to strength. But it's fucking... it's not what I want. Casting, goddammit, it's all caster garbage. It's all shit butt. I don't want that. Okay, I actually really am excited about this. It sucks, but it's whatever. It is what it is. Where's my disjunction? Disjunction, junction. What's your fucking function? Where's some garbage I can disjunct? I'm gonna turn that into a rune word. Where did I put my other gear? Oh, it's over here. Shut up. I thought I had craft. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna disjunction this and take, what is the highest ones I have in here? 39, 50, and 39. Okay. This is still like, I'm probably gonna work with this. I just don't need it right now, so. What are the other mods on here? Plus, these are just like shit. I didn't care. I was like, this is fine. Lightning spell. 50 to life. 42 to life. Would it be better to have 50 for now? Yeah, that's a +1 to vitality. That's fine. I didn't really pay attention to a lot of these. I was just getting these as quick as I could. They're not optimized, so. Sir. Mal. That gives us Chthon. This gives us Crucify on kill. Crucify is a really good skill. it sucks ass to get hit by, but it's a really good skill. I don't know what tremor is. I'm assuming that's what the big giant douchebags do. 50%, this is kind of hard to read because I put the gems in, but 5% crushing blow, weapon fizz, 75 ED on the bat. Or did I already put ED on it? I don't remember. It don't matter. 95 life after kill. Is this better in terms of just raw stats already? No. It's kind of worse, and I can't disjunction out of it. But this has a higher AR. And I get more life, right? About 100 more HP for like less than 200 damage and a higher... The higher poison res is actually really nice. And there's a slight bit of extra... I mean, we can't put skulls in this because it's a rune word. You have to use gems. Or sorry, jewels. I think you used to be able to use gems, but that's long been patched out. But we'll see how this goes. Let's just play around with it. It can't hurt. I mean, this isn't like fucking Diablo 2. If I was like, oh, you know, I'm just going to get rid of an and a Sur and a Mal rune. Whatever. Fuck it. That would never happen. You'd never see me do that. And by the way, if you're like, oh, but the damages... It's like 200 damage and I hit like 1,000 times a second. It's really not that big of a deal, and this has much better mods on it and 2 actually good procs. 13% chance doesn't sound like a lot, but we're hitting really fucking fast. I also forgot to mention, I checked the cast or the attack frames. We're at like 6 attack frames is the highest we can get up to. We're pretty high up there. I think we're at 7 when I last checked, but we should be at 6, which is the highest that scythes go up to in terms of attack frame. So we're attacking as fast as we can ever attack, like basically. This would be better in a sacred, let's not beat around the bush, but I think personally this also has mana leech on it, life leech, way higher attack rating. There's 2 mods like that are already good with the crushing blow and the 75% innate physical damage. Not bad. This is unorbed, by the way. This is, to put in perspective, this is also orbed up. And it's using skulls. So, let's actually do this. Let's fucking greater luck that shit up while we're at it. Oh, that's right. You can't luck upgrade rune words. Oops. Pretend I didn't do that. Anyways, this is pretty much fine. It may not seem like it's a big deal, but it's actually way better. It's not ambiguously better, it's actually better. And I'll actually demonstrate one more run, because this should be... What is this? It's garbage is what that is. It's not even worth the goddamn gold it's put on. So yeah, I'm really tempted to see what this is like just on its own. We'll see the efficiency as soon as we start going in. So yeah, I tend to prefer to get procs. Procs are very fucking good in Median. Let's see how it goes though. There's a shrine right next to this, so we might actually get lucky. Yeah, that's Earthquake. That's what I thought. Okay. There's a couple enemies. It's unavoidable on-screen damage, so I hope you're ready for seeing this quite a bit, because it's going to be really annoying. By the way, Chthon was a monster in Quake. He was the final boss of the first act. I'm sure there's someone who's like, actually, it's a fucking Cthulhian mythos. It's like, I don't fucking care. That's what I know it from. Yeah, this is actually way better. And we're getting Life Leech and Mana Leech, so it keeps our sustain way higher. Yeah, this is way better. It may be more annoying to look at in terms of when Earthquake goes off. You'll see when Crucify goes off, by the way. It actually auto-tracks on enemies. It makes like a sound when it does it. Crucify is really good. I believe it's an assassin charm. I'm pretty sure it's an assassin charm. Or sorry, it's assassin skill. I've never played assassin, but I think that's like a throwing knife thing. It's like one of their first... Oh my god. I'm happy I have fast recovery, but it's fucking annoying. You can tell like the damage isn't as high, but this is making up for it by a lot. And look at that, our sustainability, I'm not even paying attention. I can just right click and left click on here and then shit just dies. Okay, until I get hit. Oh, a claymore. Claymore with the claymore. And if it's really bad, I can always just switch back to the other one. Yeah, that screen shake's really annoying though. I'm not gonna pretend it's not. It is. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I've never used this rune word, so it is what it is. This might be better if I buff up with my poison. Yeah. I wish I could just get so much fucking poison damage on things, but I can't. It's disappointing. Okay. But Crucify is really good. I mean, it's an on-kill, so it's not as good as, like, Earthquake, but it's still, it's something. It's, ooh. No. Yeah, these guys don't die, I don't think. Let's see, how... Yeah, we're way better. This is just way better. By the way, Earthquake will hit shit on screen. So whatever I can't technically hit with one hit in general, because we are single target, it'll just hit the shit around me and basically reduce it. It's basically working better than Parasite can for now. If I can put some Crushing Blow on my Mystic Orb slots, this would be really fucking good, by the way. I can imagine this and Deadly Strike. It would actually be really good. I'm just really broke, so that's why it's not on there right this minute. We'll probably do it after this dungeon. Not much in there I can make use out of. That's fine. Let's go ahead and roll those amulets up. See what I can get off those. I highly doubt it's going to be anything good. You're not really going to get that many, like, solid items off lower things. Not fair. What's this? Undead reanimates. +3 movements. Oh, this is starting to look good. I'm saying because that's really good. Ellie Res, but it's a caster. I mean, it's got Lightning Arena. You know it's good. Let's see what this is like. Hang on a second, because this amulet's interesting. I don't think we can afford to sacrifice damage. It's not bad. It's a reanimate. I could put that on my follower. So that's not actually a bad find. And these two uniques are cool, I guess. That's not really that good. Let's see if I can get some MOs. How many do I have? No, I don't. Never mind. I probably can only put like 2 on here. Not Dry Hills. God damn it, Seth. You idiot!
Ask and learn.
Enhanced damage is 350, by the way. I checked. It's 350 is the cap without breaking it for certain things. Look at that. I'm like barely on the money. So we could put 2 enhanced damage on there to make up for what we lost. So it's getting slightly better. See, it's already slightly better. Not ambiguously better. Actually slightly better. Oh, I forgot I haven't upgraded these boots. Or luck upgraded. Hang on. Let's see if I can do that. I can't tell. It's the thought that counts. So yeah, that's good old-fashioned Infernal Machine. It's not very hard. Sorry, Infernal Contraption. They are 2 different things, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't matter. That's that quest. Not too bad. I'll see you in the next one.